When it comes to 4th of July fun, fireworks are a staple for many of us free men and women in the US of A, commemorating that time we dumped all of the British's second favorite beverage, tea, in the harbor. Okay, that was like 7 months earlier, but still, freedom! Sorry, I blacked out on liberty in the hope that you'll like and subscribe. Anyway, the 4th of July is one of my favorite times of the year because it's the only time that the general American public decides to dabble in some questionably illegal explosive devices, and this leads to some very interesting calls to 911. Now, if you're hoping to avoid becoming one of these calls to 911, I, your friendly neighborhood paramedic, have some recommendations for you. Alright, let's see how fast we can get through this. Step 1, follow the directions on the label and do not put the fireworks near your eyes, in your mouth, or in any other orifice. Looking at you, Florida man. No joke, in 2011, a college student in West Virginia decided to be a great time to fire some literal fireworks out of his rectum. Whilst this typically would be an incredible idea, this particular rocket man made the mistake of performing his experiment in front of another student. That other student got startled, fell 3 whole feet off a deck, and decided to sue poor Rocket Man. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Now, if you ever find yourself in either of these people's shoes, I think you might be too far gone. I don't think I can help you. Sorry, man. Just don't. Especially don't mix alcohol and explosives, kids. Anyway, in researching this video, I also discovered that there are several documented cases of people eating glowworms. Those glowworms apparently have barium in them, which causes hypokalemia when ingested. Now, hypokalemia is just a very fancy way of saying your blood doesn't have enough potassium in it, which eventually just means your heart stops. Too much potassium? Bad. Too little potassium? Also very bad. So anyway, I get the appeal, but please stop eating the delicious ashy fire snakes. If you do, you could die, so please don't. Step 2, when you inevitably don't listen to me at all and do all of the things I told you not to do in step 1, here are some things that you can do to mitigate the disaster that will follow. Eye injuries. Worries include, but are not limited to, chemicals, debris, and burns. If there is a chemical irritant in the eye and the globe has not ruptured, rinse with plenty of clean, preferably warm water. Do not apply pressure to the eyeball and do not put anything in the eyeball. If you're worried about debris in the eyeball, take a clean Solo cup, place it over the affected eye, secure it in place, and then depending on the situation, preferably cover the other eye. All of this is to encourage the patient to keep from moving their eye too much, which might cause further injury. From there, please go to the emergency room, regardless of what happened to the poor patient's eye. Hand injuries. If you blow your fingers apart and now they look like some expired hot dogs you left out in the sun, don't panic. Control any major bleeding with either direct pressure or a tourniquet as needed, and then either call 911 or go directly to the hospital. Good news is there's an entire surgical subspecialty dedicated just to putting the hands of poor souls like you back together, so there's some hope. Face and mouth burns. If you've burned your mouth, meaning you have any soot in your airway, difficulty breathing, or any concern at all that you might have inhaled some hot air, call 911 immediately. Airway burns are no joke. They cause irritation and swelling, meaning that airway can close shut faster than you can finish reciting a 17th century haiku. Do not mess around with these things. Last, but not necessarily least, if you pop yourself in the ear a little bit too hard with a firework and hear a ringing sound, that's tinnitus, son. That ringing is very likely the sound of permanent hearing damage. So if you're even a little bit concerned about it, please just put some hearing protection on. Well, that's about all I've got, so here's to not going blind, deaf, or otherwise permanently disabling yourself this holiday. And always remember, it's all fun and games until old Mikey starts firing bottle rockets out of his rectum. Good luck, have fun, and take care of yourselves out there. See ya. Follow the directions on the label and do not put the fireworks in your mouth, in your eyes, near your... Step... Especially don't mix alcohol and explosive, kids. Explosive kids.